Hello guys, back again for another match reaction. Everton 0, Tottenham 0. Well, listen, it's the only positive I can really look at this is that, Conte's come in. Normally when a manager comes in, like a big manager like him, comes into a club that are trying to fight for the top four, fight for the league and whatnot, they normally have a big impact straight away. So I'm glad that we managed to deal with that today. And listen, I'm glad that we've got a point. Obviously after three successive defeats, it's great to just finally get a point in the board and just stop the rot. Before the game, I was obviously worried that we were going to this game, potentially having three defeats at home in a row, which is, something you don't like to see, and it's not good for the players' confidence, and it's obviously not good for us fans to know that we can't play at home and we can't seem to pick up points. This is a home form is fundamental to a good season. You know what I mean? You can pick points up away, but your home form is very important. So yeah, I'm made up that we got a point today. Potentially could have got more. It's hard to do a match reaction fully that I haven't watched the match, but I have watched the highlights, I have read a few things and whatnot. So, listen, first of all, the starting lineup got me. I was happy that Gordon was involved. I was happy that Richarlison was starting and Rondon can just keep that bench warm because I don't think he'd be needed anytime soon. But my concern was Delph, and I heard that he got man of the match today, and I've seen some comments going, he wasn't, he was the least worst player for us on the pitch. Listen, I'm happy that he's come in, he's done a job, and he's not caused serious problems for us. He's just come in and just done his job. That's the main thing. That's all I want him to do. He doesn't have to be a world beater, doesn't have to score goals, assist goals, whatever. Just do your job. Just stick in that midfield. Do your lovely little long balls that he seems to be doing in these matches. And yeah, just do your job. I don't want players messing about. I want you to stick to your role. And I think that's important for our team, that every player does their role. But yeah, you got man of the match. So I'm happy, but first, when I looked at the team sheet, I was going, obviously, we come on against Wolves, didn't he? And he did well. I'll praise him for that. He did well. He got a foot of the ball, and he was just assured and controlled in that midfield position. So coming on, playing today, I was just a bit like, have we got a bit too, like, are we praising him too much here? He hasn't played much football. He's been really inconsistent for Everton, and to be honest, most of the time he's been injured. And he's going to let him go in the summer as well, and that's the thing. He shouldn't even be here right now. So I think this will be his last season for us. But I was just worried today. I just think because of Conte's first Premier League game, their midfield, like Højbjerg and whatnot, they tend to run the midfield. So I was a bit concerned that Delph was going to not be able to deal with that, especially with Allen. Both of them don't have the legs to be running around. This is, like I said, we missed Decore so much. We haven't got a player like him. Everyone else is kind of similar to each other. So I was hoping that we was going to put three in midfield, which a lot of people were asking for, and a lot of people was hoping for against Wolves when he put Gabaman and Allen together. I thought that was a crazy decision. But look, it is what it is. We'll just have to see if this is going to be a thing we're going to be doing for the next few games till Decore comes back. But up to now it's worked, We got a draw. From the highlights I've seen, mostly it was Tottenham. I know that we had 12 shots and 2 shots on target, and Tottenham had I can't remember how many shots they have, but they had 0 on target, which is pretty poor for them. I've heard that it's like 2.5 games now since they've had a shot on target, which is not good. It's not good. The strike force they have, they should be doing a lot better than that. But yeah, I made up with the points. Absolutely made up, because it just stops the rot. We've got a clean sheet as well, which is something we just don't do. So yeah, I can look at many positives from today. And yeah, thingy, what was I going to say? So the chances I seen in the game, obviously people were saying with the highlights, I seen in the comment section, they was going, you know, they've not had any shots on target, but the only incident you shown on the highlights was for Everton was that, you know, we should have been awarded a penalty. But looking throughout the whole game, like their shots, like the chances they had, I think the regular one when the ball come into the box and he just scarred him over the bar, he could have done better with that. So he was quite lucky there. I think it was Skip who hit the post. I know Lo Celso hit the post in like the 88th minute or something. That is something that is typical Everton, to lose the game in that fashion, you know what I mean? To, you know, battle hard, you know, when things are not going right for us, they don't go right for us. So them to score that would have really, to be honest, I don't know if I would have ranted, because I was expecting us before this game to get beat 3 or 4-0. Not 3 or 4. You know, you can say that because of the form we're in, and then Conte comes in, but he just couldn't see us winning, and you could just see us getting comfortably beat. But that goal, that shot, if that went in, I would have just been really annoyed and frustrated that we couldn't just hold on. But it is what it is. Things like this happen in football. But luckily today, they hit the post. So we had a bit of luck on our side today. The Richarlison incident with Lloris, I didn't get many angles from the replays myself. People have seen more angles, and they said it was a penalty. You know, he didn't get the ball, he took the man out. And what I've heard is from the ref's perspective, like, you only seen like, I think 1 or 2 angles. That is not enough for something like that. You know what I mean? There should be a lot more angles, because it is difficult to see sometimes. It looks, you can see from different angles, like things look like it's happened, but it hasn't. And from what I've seen, it did look like he got the ball, but a lot of people have told me that we've been robbed. So I'm gonna have to trust the Blues, the fellow Blues, which is a shame if we have. But you know, who knows? We might have not put it away. Richarlison kept the ball, I've seen, after he got brought down, so I'm assuming he was going to take it. I don't really know what Richarlison's like on penalties. I'm not the most confident, to be honest, with him taking it. I'd rather have Andros Townsend take it, but listen, there's no point discussing about it. If it hasn't happened, it hasn't happened. So it is what it is. It's one of them. And there was a bit of anger afterwards that the ball was given back to Tottenham and the referee didn't play on when Richarlison got brought down, because he did get back up, and it was still, Spurs players was running back to the line. I couldn't see us scoring from there. I think we had a player coming through as well as Townsend or Gordon, you know, ready to like take a shot at goal if Richarlison passed it to them. From that situation, we don't normally score from them situations. We don't seem to have the brains to score in them type of situations. It's kind of, we just lose the ball, or we just hit it against the first man. So it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I made up that we was in a position to be actually competing against Tottenham. But we did need a bit of luck on our side, and we didn't get it, in a sense, for that penalty decision. But look, what worries me is that how many seasons are we gonna keep having a squad with low depth? You know what I mean? Like, we must have the worst depth squads in the Premier League. Like, we just, a few injuries and we're struggling. Like, I feel like our team's so thin right now. It shouldn't be the case with 10 games in. We are very unlucky that we have the span of our team out. Yerry Mina is our best defender. Decore is our best midfielder in terms of central. Alan's a good midfielder, I'm not going to lie, but he requires someone who has got the legs next to him. You know what I mean? So, for that sense, I'll say Decore is better. And striker, obviously, Calvert-Lewin's our best striker. Scored the most in the past 2-3 seasons. So, it is what it is. But it's just concerning that I can't go into a Premier League season or a run of the next few games and thinking we could pick up points because 1 or 2 injuries and we're done for. That's just my frustration with it. But I can't do nothing about it. I'm just hoping that the board, the higher members, can do something about it. Hopefully shift a few players in January and bring a few in. But it's hard, I know, with the transfer market and the teams competing, trying to get these signings. And, I don't want to get players who are not good enough for us, you know what I mean? I'd rather have some young, hungry players coming in, trying to prove a point, you know what I mean? Like the Damari Grays, he's been a revelation, for us this season. So, yeah, we've got a 2-week international break now, and I think, I just looked before, I think we've got United or City after this. No, we haven't got United because we just played them. I think it's Man City, which is a tough test. But you know what? City have been beaten this season, and they've had games where they've really lost the games for themselves. They've missed that many chances, or they've just not been on form. On form, City will destroy us. But yeah, you never know. And we could have a player back by then. It's 2 weeks away. Who knows? Some players have their recovery sped up, you know what I mean? I remember Andre Gomez breaking his ankle, whatever he did to his ankle. He was supposed to be out for a long time, and he come back after like 2 months, which I did think was too soon, but yeah. And I know to add as well, I completely forgot, just because I don't like this player at all for us, Mason Holgate getting sent off at the end of the game. It's hard, with that. I've watched the replays. I can understand why he's being sent off, but you've got to be realistic in how when you're looking at it as a referee, you can understand that your body moves in certain ways. Mason's never gone in to like tackle him. He's gone to clear the ball, and his legs just come up. And I don't know who it was who I think it was Højbjerg, turned both of his legs in a weird position, and he just caught him, and it just looked worse than it really was. It's a high foot, I get it, but it's not a high foot challenge. The guy's gone in to just kick the ball away, and the way he's kicked it, his foot's come in the air, and then it's just caught him slightly. But to be honest, if I was looking at it like in a non, with the rules and all that, if I could just go against the rules, I don't think I would have sent him off. I think I just gave him yellow cards or something, even though I don't think it was even a foul. Sometimes you just follow through with someone when he's kicked the ball away, that's all he's done, and the guy's just there, turned his back, basically. But it is what it is. And I don't like Mason Holgate anyway, so I prefer him not to be playing 3 games. But when you think about it, it's another player who is unavailable for us, so it doesn't help. And especially with City coming up, we could be playing 5 at the back. And if Yerry Mina's not back, then who are we going to play? But yeah, that is all. It was pretty hard to do this match reaction because I didn't see the game, but I've seen the highlights. I'll try and catch more footage of the game by tonight. But yeah, it is what it is. We've got a point. The roster's over, hopefully. And yeah, I'm going to try and do some videos between now and the City game. I know there's an international break coming up, but I'd like to continuously, I'd probably like to do 2 or 3 videos a week instead of just doing 1. But yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.